The girl had been his childhood sweetheart all along. Yet at this moment, all he wanted was for her to vanish from his world. Her presence had brought him nothing but mockery and strange looks from those around him. Young love is always honest and straightforward. Julie would always find excuses to show up and help with odd jobs. She'd also chase after Bryce at school whenever their classmates egged her on. But Bryce wanted nothing more than to stay as far away from Julie as possible. His ego made him instinctively reject this girl who wore her heart on her sleeve. Perhaps fate didn't want to let Julie's flutter of first love go to waste. During one of their scuffles, their hands accidentally touched. In that moment, Julie's heart overflowed with happiness and sweetness. She convinced herself that Bryce liked her too, he was just too shy to admit it. And so began Julie's long journey of chasing after her future husband. To shake off this little clinger, Bryce finally came up with a brilliant plan in 6th grade. He started pursuing the most popular girl in school, and made sure to flaunt their romance right in front of Julie. The plan worked like a charm. Julie stopped following him around. Just when everything seemed to be going smoothly, Bryce's best friend let it slip that he had a crush on the popular girl, and Bryce ended up taking a slap to the face for it. Julie, meanwhile, couldn't have been more delighted. Everything went right back to square one. Her feelings for Bryce seemed to have seeped into her very bloodstream. She breathed in the watermelon scent drifting from his hair, dreaming of sharing her first kiss with him. Her father noticed something was different about his daughter and asked what she liked about Bryce. Julie said she wasn't quite sure. Maybe it was his captivating eyes, or perhaps his dazzling smile. Her father told her that looking at a person is like looking at a painting. You need to see the whole picture, not just fixate on one shining detail. Julie didn't understand what her father meant, until one day, she climbed high up into a sycamore tree to retrieve a kite. The view from the top was unlike anything she had ever seen. The setting sun burst into an orange glow that washed over the entire town, blending the clouds, hills, and houses into one breathtaking scene. In that instant, she finally understood what her father meant by the whole being greater than the sum of its parts. From then on, Julie fell completely in love with that spot and would spend hours sitting in the tree every day. She wanted to share this beauty with Bryce, but he always made excuses to avoid it. But good things never last. The tree's owner wanted to build on the land, so he hired loggers to cut it down. Julie was devastated. That sycamore tree had become her sanctuary. She desperately begged Bryce to climb up with her, hoping that if enough people were in the tree, they wouldn't dare cut it down. But Bryce ignored her plea. He couldn't understand what the big deal was. It was just a tree. What was there to cry about? Julie's determination drew the attention of the whole town, and reporters even came to cover the story. Finally, after her father talked her down, Julie reluctantly gave in, but she cried for 2 whole weeks afterward, until one evening, her father presented her with a sycamore tree that would last forever. Looking at the painted sycamore on the canvas, Julie remembered how coldly Bryce had walked away that day. A new distance began to grow in her heart.